All right, this video is going to go over surface area and volume of cones. So from your formula chart, we can see that the formulas for our lateral surface area and total surface area are as follows. Lateral surface area is pi r, and then you see this L, okay? And then total surface area is pi r L plus pi r squared, okay? So we actually don't need the height for surface area of a cone, so I'm just going to cross that off for now. So r is radius. You have seen this many times before. In our example here, the radius is 8, okay? The L is my slant height. All right, and what my slant height is it's this distance from the tip of my cone to the edge of the circle. So exactly what it sounds like, the slanted height, okay? So in this case, my slant height is 17. All right, so let's go ahead and let's plug into the lateral area formula for a cone. All right, so pi times my radius is 8 times my slant height is 17, okay? Again, let's say that we need to give this in terms of pi, all right? Ignore the pi. 8 times 17 is 136. So in terms of pi would be 136 pi, all right? And then if we needed the entire thing, pi times 8 times 17 is going to give me approximately 427.26 centimeters squared, since this is area, okay? All right, and then total surface area, same first part, pi times r is 8 times L is 17 plus pi times radius squared, okay? And again, total surface area would be everything including the circle, so that's why we add on that pi r squared at the end. All right, in terms of pi, ignore my pi's. I would have 8 times 17 plus 8 squared would give me 200. So this would be 200 pi, which is approximately equal to, rounded to the nearest hundredth, 628.32. Again, centimeters squared, since this is area, okay? All right, now for the volume of a cone, you will see that the formula for volume of a cone is 1/3 capital B times H. Okay, remember capital B, we're going to go over here for a second. Capital B is the area of the base. So my base is a circle. How do we find the area of a circle? Pi r squared. Okay, so my radius is still 8, so it would be pi times 8 squared, right? Which would either be equal to 64 pi, or if I round that to the nearest hundredth, approximately 201.06, okay? So either or, my area of the base is either 64 pi or 201.06. Just depends on if you're doing in terms of pi or rounded to the nearest hundredth, okay? And then the height of my cone. I don't have the height of my cone right now, okay? But we can easily find it. This is a right triangle here. How can we find the height? A squared plus B squared equals C squared, okay? Again, this one is a triple, so I'm gonna just, instead of plugging into that, I'm gonna remember that this is an 8, 15, 17 triple, which means that the height of my triangle has to be 15. Okay, if you plug into this and you solve, you would get that it's 15. Okay, so the height of my cone here is 15. All right, let's go ahead and let's plug in to our formula. So 1/3 times, let's say the first one I'm going to do in terms of pi. 1/3 times 64 pi times 15. All right, in terms of pi, I'm going to do everything except the pi. So 1/3 times just 64 times 15 gives me 320. 320 pi, right? And then if I plugged in or did that in rounded to the nearest hundredth, it would be about 1005.31 centimeters cubed. Okay, now if you're off by just a little bit, it is okay, because depending on if you use this number or if you just plug this into the calculator, it might be different. Okay, so our one and only example for cones, we're going to leave our answer in terms of pi as we go through this. Okay, so the three things that we need in order to solve for our surface area and volume of a cone: we need the radius, we need the height, and we need the slant height. And actually we are going to end up needing the area of the base, so I'll put that down as well. Okay, radius is 7. The height of my cone here is 24, and this is also a triple. We're going to do that a lot to y'all just to make your life easier. This is a 7, 24, 25 triple, which means that my slant height right here is going to be 25. So my L is going to be 25. All right, and then the area of my base, remember, area of a circle is pi r squared. So pi times 7 squared, we're going to leave this in terms of pi, so it's going to be 49 pi. All right, let's plug in. Lateral surface area of a cone is pi RL. So we're going to have pi times 7 times 25. All right. Ignore the pi. 7 times 25 is 175 pi centimeters squared. All right. Total surface area is pi RL plus pi r squared. Plugging in all of those things, pi times 7 times 25 plus pi times 7 squared. So we're just going to have 7 times 25 plus 7 squared is going to give me 224 pi centimeters squared. And lastly, the volume is 1/3 capital B times H. All right, so plugging that in, we'll have 1/3 times capital B is 49 pi times the height is 24. Okay, again, if I'm doing this in terms of pi, ignore the pi. So it would be 1/3 times 49 times 24 gives me 392 pi centimeters cubed. And that is surface area and volume of cones.